Hey guys, this is Ash here, the Gent by the Sea. So this week I'm going to be in Wirral, which is the southern part of Merseyside. So that's the River Mersey. So Liverpool city centre is around that way, and you've got the River Mersey between that and the southern part of the county Merseyside. So that's the River Mersey, which connects onto the Irish Sea. So we're starting off in New Brighton, which is the uppermost part of the Wirral District coast, and there's a 14 to 15 mile coastline that goes down to Thursterton after West Kirby. So I'm going to be covering a few towns along this northwest coastline. So opposite me is Bootle Docks, which is just a few miles outside of Liverpool city centre, and many years ago there used to be a ferry service, a passenger ferry service, which used to go to Belfast and Dublin, but now it's only a ferry port freight services. So that's the docks on that side. Liverpool city centre's around that way. So isn't something interesting here. So we're in New Brighton, just a starting point. Look at that S there. That reminds me of the S I used to do back in school days. Let me just show you that. So for all you graffiti fans, there's an S, and there's something here that says lab. Okay. And actually, if you want to check on this side, if we just walk along here, they've got, let's see that over there. So that looks like, do you know the game Pac-Man? So it looks like the bad guys in Pac-Man in a parachute. Well, definitely some innovative graffiti over here. So I'm going to take a walk onto the beach now, and we'll continue from there. So I'll see you at the beach. Right, so far, lovely sandy beach. Got some stones on it though. So yeah, because it's coming up, because it's in September, it's probably the end of season. But there are some people taking walks along here. So I'm just going towards the seafront to go and live life on the edge. And I can see some boats. There's a sailboat. I can see a boat of a lifeguard. So yeah, quite a few sailboats. So would be a great place to go sailing. So anyways, I'll see you at the seafront. Right, here I am. So just come over to the seafront of New Brighton Beach, and tides are quite low at the moment, so lovely sound of the sea. And it's definitely a lot cleaner compared to when I was in Southport. But hey, do you know what? Yeah, there are some grimy bits over here, but you know, it's all about perspective. If you focus on the negatives of something, then all the positives become a blind spot. There was an experiment that was done, a psychology experiment done by a gentleman called Richard Wiseman. Now, Richard Wiseman is a celebrity psychologist, and he did an experiment involving some participants where there were some people that were playing basketball. So they're basically passing a basketball to each other, and the task was given to count the number of passes of each basketball player. And while that happened, they counted the number of passes, and then they asked the participants, did you see the gorilla? They didn't. So during the time when the basketballs were passed between the different people in the experiment, the actors, a gorilla had walked past, and it was quite obvious, but because they were focused on the number of passes, that gorilla became a blind spot, so they didn't see it. There's another experiment that was done where what he did is that Richard Wiseman got some participants or subhuman subjects to basically gave them a newspaper, and he asked them to cross out the photographs within the newspaper. The participants went through crossing out all the photographs as per the task given by Mr. Wiseman. But there was an envelope which is attached by a paperclip to one of the pages saying, take this envelope and win £20. But because the participants were focused on crossing out the photographs, they forgot about that. So there's a book of that called Spot the Gorilla, which is, see the positives in something rather than seeing the negatives, because when you're seeing the negative in something, all the positive that happened become a blind spot. It's like, you know, even in life. See, one time I actually didn't have a partner, so I was without a girlfriend. I never had a girlfriend before for a long time. And I actually thought of taking my own life at one point, because I thought to myself, no one likes me, everyone hates me, and I'm never going to find someone. But the thing is, when I looked at, my realization was, when I looked at why I don't have a girlfriend, there's so many other good things I had in my life. I had a home, I was getting food on the table, I had a job. There's a lot of people out there that don't even have that. They don't have a roof over their head. You know, people in Africa and Ethiopia, they don't have a home. There's a big shortage of food, big shortage of water. Sometimes they have to walk 10 miles just to get some water. So because I was thinking about why I don't have a girlfriend or why I'm not with somebody, everything else that was the positives became a blind spot. Remember, you can be grateful or you can be stressed. You can only be one or the other. I'd rather choose to be grateful and be thankful for what I have. Remember, life is short. You only live once. Make the best of it. So, just going to go over towards the seafront and live life on the edge. There you go, lovely sound. Here we are. Check that out. I'm just going to continue further along that side because the beach does extend, going north of the Wirral District, and then we're going to continue back the other way. So let's just see what's over there. Alright, so nothing much that side, so I'm heading towards the uppermost part, or the uppermost tip of the North Wirral coastline. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, in the end, I did end up finding somebody. I'm in a long-term relationship now, and I'm definitely feel this is the person for me. We share the same business goals, we understand each other, we've got the same type of banter, and you know what? I can just be my normal self without any form of inhibitions. I think that's a sign that you found your right soulmate. So do you know what? There's someone out there for everybody, and everything happens at the right place and at the right time. Anyways, I'll see you on the edge over there. Right, so just on my way towards where the lighthouse is, I found another edge point. I'm not sure if this is the northernmost part, but it's over there. Got some rocks here. So I'm just going to walk through here. I've got a bit of a puddle, so jumped it there. So it's another part. In fact, those structures look interesting. Let me just zoom in and just show you. Interesting structure. I don't know what they represent. In fact, if you know what they are, what significance they have, post them in the comments box below. So the beach goes around. So there's some fishermen there, so some seagulls about. So here we are again, living life on the edge. And shall I find out and look on Google Maps what the northernmost edge is of the Wirral District coastal I'll have to find out. I'll have to look on Google Maps to see where the actual tip is of the most northern part of the Wirral District coastline. So just going to continue walking along that way and let's see what we can find. A shiny reflection over here with water. Oh, I'm sure that in the summertime when the sun's actually out, it'll look a little bit more beautiful. Yeah, this portion is definitely beautiful. So continue further along that way and actually find out where the edge point is. So I'll see you there.
Anyone can see you. Yeah, and it will be a video as an ordinary sleep, and I had my
Well, that Jack Russell there was very friendly. He was enjoying the coast, but as soon as I walked towards him to film him, the owner was very kind enough, he was a fisherman, to let me film him, but he kept wanting to follow me, so it's a very friendly dog. Now, we're going towards the edge. I think that's the northern west coast. They're still looking at me from a distance. So I'm going towards the most northern part of the Wirral District coastline, and something strange over here on my phone, because I tried to find out. I don't know if this is uncalibrated, but it's actually showing, I don't know if you can see that, it's showing my GPS location in the sea. Don't know how that's happened, but yeah, maybe because the tides are low, That's probably why. That's my prediction. It's because the tides are low. Technically this part's supposed to be water when the tides are high. Because they're low, the Google Maps, when they actually created it, must have done it with that assumption. So yeah, I'm definitely on the edge here. Let me just see what the northernmost part is. I think it's probably further down towards that way. But yeah, this part's definitely clean. Lovely sound of the sea. So I think quite shortly, so we're still on the River Mersey, somewhere along that way, it's going to connect onto the Irish Sea. I'll have to check Google Maps for that. But yeah, let's see that. Is that dog still looking at me? Let's have a look. No, he's sat down and he's enjoying the seafront again. But he definitely likes me, that's for sure. He's very, very friendly. Which, I don't know if you do get that with a Jack Russell. Maybe I'm being a bit biased. No offense to all you Jack Russell owners over there. But I'm sure everyone has a good side to them. And as they say, with dogs, man's best friend. Right, now seeing now that the sun's come out, it definitely looks that little bit more bluer. And yeah, let me just pan the camera and just to show that. So I think we're definitely on one of the northern parts of the Wirral coast. But let me pan the camera around now, because it definitely looks a lot more blue and more beautiful. So let me just show you here. Zoom that in for you. Alright, so this is interesting. So I've just come to the edge before that breakwater, and the actual water seems to continue on. So over here, the water wave stopped just down here, and it seems to curl around. Just show you when I just walk along. So it seems to curl. There seems to be a pool going towards the lighthouse to, you know, where the car park is. Let me just show you that as I go along. Now, sun's coming out, so it can dry up. So yeah, seems like there's a pool where it's a little bit dark that side. So let me try and get the footage of the other side. So yeah, it's like a little pool where the waves still continue on. So yeah, some seagulls in there bathing. Right, so I'm just continuing to walk further along towards the mainland, and it's actually continuing on like a little river, like a little stream, which continues further on past the lighthouse. So that's the New Brighton lighthouse, which is behind me. Let me just show you this so-called river. And you know what, I thought I'd just check my GPS location, and it's still showing that I'm in the river stroke sea. Let me just show you on here again. Don't know if you can see that. So it's still showing that I'm in the sea. Do you know what, you get some apps, there's some apps which are available, say for example family and for children, just to check everyone's location. Imagine if my parents or my girlfriend or one of my friends saw that. They're going to actually think that I'm in this, they're going to probably think, oh, there's ash falling in the sea. Anyways, let's just go back onto the mainland. Just on the end of that breakwater there, I can see some people fishing. I'll have to see the condition of the actual stones to see if I can climb it, because I know I was able to do that in Tynemouth, but at that time it was dry. So I'm going to continue on to the mainland, past the lighthouse, and see what's what. Yeah, there's some more water over here with some seagulls bathing. Maybe it was a swimming pool for the so definitely a swimming pool for the seagulls. As they say, nature is something that does help people to get the best out of life, so something to help their well-being. Right, so this breakwater seems to curl around, and there are some rocks over this. So do you know what, I'll see if I can go on there. Now, according to Google Maps over here, there's supposed to be a marine lake. Just show you over there, which is supposed to be around that direction, but I don't think there is at the moment, so it must have dried out. So I can actually see some water over here. I don't know if I can show you that. It's curling around So that must be, so this must be the edge of the marine lake, which must have dried out. And actually I can see some water on that side as well. So let me just show you. So we're on the other side of the lighthouse, as you can see. And there's like a stream of water that's curling around. And it's even on the other side as well. So it seems to be curling around in like an oval shape. So yeah, this must be the marine lake, which has dried out. Anyways, I'm going to go onto the further edge and see if I can go on those rocks before I wrap up. Right, so I've just come onto the edge here where the rocks are. So it seems doable. Let me just give it a go to see if I can go towards the edge of the rocks before I finish off this video. Alright guys, do you know what? I'll have to leave it because these edges, I mean these actual surfaces of the rocks are quite sharp. I don't know if you can see here, but I'm already starting to get imprints. I don't want to cut myself. See, the ones in Tynemouth were a lot more smoother, so I could have used my hands more easily to go further along the actual seafront towards the edge. Maybe next time, because I'm planning to come back into Merseyside when Southport Pier opened up. I'll probably bring some gloves and I can give it a go, but yeah, I'll have to leave it here. So what I'm doing now, so I'm in Liverpool for today and I'm leaving tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue along the northwest coast of the Wirral District and try and get as many towns filmed as possible. So yeah, but yeah, it's been quite a breathtaking experience. Not quite got to the edge, but you know what, I'm almost there. Well, got the edge over here. In fact, let's just check the GPS location. Am I in the sea or am I at the tip? Let's have a look. It actually looks like I'm in the sea again. Let me just show you there. So technically I'm on the edge because I should be in the sea. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be uploading every week the different towns within Merseyside going on south towards the North Wirral district of the edge of the northwest coast. So join me again next week where I'll be going to another town going towards West Kirby. Anyways guys, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. You know the drill. Subscribe to this channel, press the bell icon, and guys, which coastal town would you like me to visit next? Post in the comments box below and who knows, I might be there. And until next time, live life on the edge.